Hi. Hi guys. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry, disconnection of the last video. Um, I'm recording this video with my phone, and my phone doesn't have a lot of storage left in my SD card, so please understand. Well, continuing from where I left. Uh, Singapore Airline, which is the airline that I was supposed to travel from San Francisco to Incheon. Luckily, they were nice enough to understand my situation, and then they issued me another ticket. And luckily, there was another flight on the following day at the same time, and there was a seat available. So yeah, I reserved the ticket and reserved the seat. And the only problem was that I had to, uh, you know, stay all night, stay overnight at the San Francisco airport. The airport itself was pretty nice, and although I didn't really get to see the city because it's kind of away from there, but yeah, it's got some good food courts, and it's got a museum, and it's got like a display of a Chinese culture vestige that is back in China, because Chinese presence is really huge in San Francisco. Um, yeah, so there were some entertaining stuff that were there that I had to that I could take a look. Um, but other than that, I kind of roamed around and um, spent most of my time with my laptop, because I'm going back to Korea. Well, I was coming here for an interview, and yeah, I was preparing for interview, just reviewing some stuff that I researched about the company, and researching about what are interview environments like in Korea and things like that. Yeah, just trying to be as productive as I could. Um, I don't know how much I was being productive, but I pretty much stayed up to until 4 a.m. in the morning, and um, I felt really tired, so I went back to the cafeteria area where the food courts are, and I see some nice spots towards the edge of those food courts, um, where there is no one. Well, there's pretty much no one in the airport at that time. Lights were off, kind of, and then there was a sofa up against the wall, and I pretty much sat up there and slept there, but it was pretty really inconvenient. Wasn't very comfortable sleeping there because um, yeah, it wasn't like a bed, so it wasn't really comfortable sleeping there. But I slept there till 10 in the morning for 6 hours, and I woke up because I had to go and get my ticket um, before my flight leaving from San Francisco to Incheon. Yeah, I got myself together and then got up, and um, I was looking for washing because I was so tired. My eyes were barely opening, and like I wanted to wash my face. Yeah, I found a washroom nearby, and then um, went back to the counter of Singapore Airlines to get my ticket, and went through the security check right away because I didn't want to waste any time. Yeah, and I successfully went through there, and I went right through the gate where my flight is gonna be, and I had to spend there a couple hours, and luckily, for those 2 hours, there was a soccer game that were happening, Real Madrid versus Juventus FC, Champions League, and I was watching that on my laptop. Yeah, I was watching that for 2 hours. Yeah, the game went on right up until uh, the airlines allow people to start boarding. So yeah, it wasn't so bad. And then um, when I was on board in the airplane, um, yeah, and then I happily fell asleep, and I got served with some nice food, and yeah, well, it ended um, in a good way, but it wasn't fun waiting for my next flight, spending overnight, staying 12 hours in the airport. I never want to do that again. Well, anyways, yeah, and I finally made it here in Korea, uh, about 6:30 in the afternoon in Korean time. Yeah, and I took a limousine there and got to my dad's house at around 9:30. Um, I met my dad and you know yeah, and then went for a sleep. Yeah, and yeah, the next day I came to my mom's house to spend time with her, and today I met my brother and and my grandma, and yeah, it feels great to be home. You know, no matter where you are, I bet it's nothing like where your family is. It's nothing like where you were born, where you're raised. Where there are where your favorite foods are, and where your friends are. You know, it just makes it so much more comfortable. You Of course, I loved and enjoyed being in Canada, but like I said, it's nothing like being with family. Yeah, and I just got my mail from the company that I'm getting interviewed with. This company is called ASML. They're one of the top competitors in semiconductor machine manufacturing industry, uh, especially in lithography. Yeah, they're one of the top companies in the world, and I think I had a little bit of upper hand in getting my first interview with the company because I had my dad working at the company. Yeah, my dad works as one of the executive accountants for the company, and he, I'm assuming he influenced the process up to a certain point, to where I can have an interview. Well, that is nice, I well, you I hope you guys won't say that it won't be fair because um, in Canada I lost so many access to opportunities because I wasn't uh, having many connections there, and developing network, uh, your own network is actually a lot tougher than you think. But if you know someone, and especially that's someone who's close to you, like your family or really close friend of yours, uh, things get much easier. But I'm not saying that just because my dad works there, they're gonna hire me. No, it doesn't work like that. Um, yeah, from at this point, uh, from my first interview, it's all gonna be up to me. Um, it all depends how I present myself, how attractive I make myself to the employers at the company. Yeah, getting a job and getting through this first interview, and hopefully getting through next sets of interviews, second, third, or I don't know how many sets of interviews are there, but I hope that I hope in God that I make this through and finally get what I want, because this opportunity at the company is something that I really want to do. Yeah, and it relates to what I studied. I studied electrical engineering, and then I have a huge interest in semiconductor, and hopefully I'll be able to land myself at the company. So fingers crossed, guys. Well, anyways, yeah, it's great to be home. It feels great, and if you guys, I wonder, I think a lot of you have similar experience as me, who've studied abroad, away from their homes, and finally trying to come back because of hardship of trying to find a job at the countries that they are studying or working at, and trying to come back to their home countries where they can apply and use their education overseas. And I hope that worked, and that's the case for me as well. I've been hearing that they actually don't give a preference to someone who studied abroad, because everybody goes abroad to study English nowadays, and unless you're from like MIT or Harvard or like some of the really prestigious schools, you're gonna have a hard time competing with some of the brilliant people that are already in here in Korea. Yeah, there are really so many smart, brilliant people in Korea. Can't even believe, like, yeah. And I'm not sure, if I can stand out against them, other than the fact that I studied abroad and I can speak fluent English. Um, yeah, but I still, you know, want to try and see how far I can go back home, because I was having such a hard time finding a job in Canada. And I got my first interview. Like I said, I probably had a little bit of advantage because my dad works there, but I don't think that's gonna get me a job. It's all up to me. Like I said, how I do in the interview. So yeah, so wish me luck, guys, and yeah, if you have similar experience, or if you can kind of sympathize with my experience, yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, leave your opinions by leaving a comment on this video. Well, thank you guys, and talk to you soon. Okay, all right, bye.